friend, it's me Kiran Joshi. Again, I am here with you along with an interesting topic of accounting. If you are an accounting student, you must have listened this definition. Accounting is the systematic process of identifying transaction, analyzing transaction, summarizing and interpreting the result. Today, in this tutorial, I am describing this definition in the detail. Okay, without spending your time, let's enter in our topic. As in the picture, you can see a bicycle has two wheels, in which whole bicycle is depend upon. Similarly, an accounting has also its cycle, in which the whole accounting informations or accounting functions are depends. So in this tutorial, I am providing you the informations of all these steps in detail. Okay, watch the full video without skipping. Okay, let's move towards the first step, that is identify and analyze the transaction. As we know, a business organization deals with many several events, but all the events are not related to the business and all the events are not the transactions. Only those events which can be expressed in terms of money are termed as transactions. So, it is the first step where we need to identify events as a transaction. So, transactions are those events that can be expressed in monetary terms and related to the business organization. Also, all the transactions should have the source documents. For example, the transaction salary paid. For that, we need to have the source document, that is salary slip. Similarly, rent paid. We need to have the rent receipt. Similarly, debit note, credit note, and others. So in this step, mainly we need to identify the events as the transaction. Also, this transaction must be presented with the source document. Okay, after analyzing the business transaction, now in the second step, we need to record these transactions in journal in the chronological order. This process is known as journalizing. In chronological order means this transaction must be recorded according to the date. It means the transaction incurred in the first of the month will be recorded firstly, then the transaction recorded in the fifth of the month. While preparing the journal entries, double entry bookkeeping system must be followed. As per the double entry bookkeeping system, every transaction must have the minimum two accounts and the debit must equals to the credit. But some organization which deals with the several transactions daily may feel difficult to handle these transactions in journal books. So they need to require to prepare the subsidiary books like as cash book, purchase return book, sales return book, etc. Once the transaction is recorded as the journal entry in the second step, then it should be transferred to their appropriate account called a ledger in the third step. Ledger provides a breakdown of all the activities, accounting activities by a account. One of the most referenced account in journal ledger is cash account, which details how much cash is available in an organization. Okay, now listen me carefully. I am taking an example of plus 2 past student to understand these first 3 points or first 3 steps. At first, a student identify the best university for his career. Yes, after passing the plus 2 level. This is similar to our first step, that is identifying the transaction. After that, what he does? He, on the first day of his college, he brings a rough copy in which he writes of all the subjects. It is like recording all the transaction in journal or subsidiary books. Yes, got the point? Then what he does later that after some weeks he makes new note copy of each subject particularly. This means like as we prepare particular ledger accounts for the transaction. Okay, hope you guys understood this example with relating to the first 3 steps of accounting cycle. Okay, now into the fourth steps. Now the steps of preparing the worksheet begins here. Now we need to prepare the trial balance. Yes, but how we need to prepare the trial balance? It's the question here. We need to bring the closing balances of the ledger accounts that we prepared at the third step. Yes, the closing balances of the ledger accounts are transferred to the trial balance. Either the balance BD of the debit side or the credit side. The amount of the debit side is put here in the trial balance at the debit side. Similarly to the credit side, the credit balances. Yes. So trial balance is prepared here to verify whether the sum of debits is equals to sum of credits or not. So it helps to check the accuracy of the posting. Okay, it is prepared at the end of the accounting period. Okay, now in the fifth step, we need to prepare the adjusting entries. Adjusting entries means the like as journal entries which are prepared at the end of the accounting period or at any time when the financial statements are being prepared. Yes, to bring the matching between the revenues and expenses as well as to update the amount of assets and liabilities. Okay, why the accounting adjusting entries are required? Let makes it clear with an example. Okay, let's go through a normal business transaction. Generally, a transactions involves two parties. One is buyer, another one is seller. And generally, a transaction involves goods or services, cash payment, and invoice. These transactions may complete in either an accounting period or also may the parts of this transaction involves more than one accounting period. Okay, let's go through the diagram. In the first diagram, you can see all the parts of transaction, that is invoice, cash payment or goods and services provided, are incurred in one accounting period, that is in 2009. Yes, so we don't need adjusting entries here because the transaction itself adjusted. But in the second diagram, we can see the parts of transaction are diversified in three accounting period. The invoice we sent in 2008 and the cash payment is done in 2009 and the goods and services are provided on 2010. So we require the adjusting entries here to adjust this transaction at present. Let's assume we are preparing the trial balance or the financial statement of 2009. At present, in 2009, we need to adjust the transaction and the activity of the past, that is on 2008, and also we need to adjust it with the 2010 in the future. So it means adjusting entries are made for the accrued and deferred payments, deferred items, yes, like as outstanding expenses, prepaid expenses, unearned revenue, etc. Yes, this step is necessary for those organizations using accrual basis of accounting. Yes, according to accrual basis of accounting, the expenses are incurred, yes, or recognized when they are incurred, and the revenue is recognized when it is earned. After preparing the adjusting entries, we need to prepare the adjusted trial balance at the step 6. Yes, after preparing the adjusting entries, some transactions like depreciation, prepayments, and accruals are adjusted with unadjusted trial balance that we prepare at the step 4. Yes, this should be adjusted to get the adjusted trial balance. Yes, what I told you that not so much. The adjusting entries must be adjusted with the unadjusted trial balance to get the adjusted trial balance. So in the step 6, we need to prepare the adjusted trial balance by adjusting. Okay, now after preparing the adjusted trial balance, we need to prepare the financial statements. Yes, financial statements, generally we need to prepare to provide the information for the external users. Yes, financial statement may involves the income statement, balance sheet, cash flow statement, and statement of return earning. Why we need to prepare this statement? Because the income statement provides the information related to the organization's financial strength or result of the company. Similarly, balance sheet provides the financial position of the company. Yes, financial position means it provides the information related to the company's assets, liabilities. Similarly, the cash flow statement is prepared to provide the information related to the cash receipts and the cash payment. So, financial statements are mainly provided to the external users to provide the informations related to the company's financial position, financial status, financial strength, and the cash positions in the step 8. At the end of the closing or accounting period, the temporary account balances. The temporary account balances means the revenue and the expenses are transferred to the permanent owner's equity account through the preparation of the closing entries. Yes, at step 8, we need to prepare the closing entries. Yes, to close the temporary balances. Yes, how we close the temporary balances that are revenue and expenses? By transferring these balances to their permanent account, that is owner's equity. So in closing entries, we need to close the revenue and expenses along with the net profit or loss. Similarly, drawings and dividend paid are also closed. After closing, Again, the entire cycle begin with the zero balances to those accounts. Understood or not? After closing these temporary balances, yes, in the next period, they start with the zero. Step 9, we need to prepare a post-closing trial balance. Yes, post-closing trial balance means we already closed the temporary balances that are revenue and expenses in the step 8. Now we need to prepare the trial balance for the only permanent accounts. Yes, permanent balances that are asset, liabilities, honors, equities. Yes, these are the permanent balances. So we need to prepare the closing trial balance for these permanent account at the step 9 to make sure that the total debits equals to the total credits. Yes. Now we closed all the permanent balances as well as temporary balances in the step 9. That means we completed an accounting period. Yes, a whole accounting period is completely closed. Now we need to go in next accounting period. Yes, we need to begin a new accounting period. So a reverting journal entry is recorded at the first of the new period for avoiding the double counting the amount of those transactions which affect the two accounting period. As I told you earlier that prepayments and deferral items may affect more than one accounting period. Yes, as they are recorded earlier, so they need to show here to avoid the double counting. You can see that the reversing entry is an optional step. Yes, there is an optional in a bracket in the step 10 because this step is prepared by those transactions which deals with these prepayments and deferral items, or which prepares the or which handles the transaction, which records the transaction on the basis of accrual basis of accounting. Those business organizations that deals with the cash basis of accounting, they don't need to prepare this step reversing entries. Also, they don't need to prepare the adjusting entries because they don't follow any matching principle and recognition principle. Okay friends, thanks for watching the full video. If you are new to our YouTube channel, please subscribe our channel and click on the bell icon to get the notification of our new video first. And don't forget to show your love by hitting the like button and write your suggestion and feedback in the comment box. Thank you.